April 3rd, 1974, a massive tornado ripped through the Boston distillery and caused massive damage.
That was something you think you're not really seeing when you see it. It's truly what you call unbelievable.
I was away at military school when the tornado of 1974 that hit the distillery.
It was a beautiful spring day, sunshine, I remember. After work, we got through the warehouse probably about 3:30, and we had 8 or 10 samples, depending on how many Booker wanted that day. You know, he might call up and want some extra samples.
Most of my information from that day was stories told to me by my father. In the evenings, him and a couple of the supervisors from different departments would get together and do some quality control review. A good way of saying get together and take a little drink and see if the whiskey they were making and dumping was up to their standards.
We'd all meet in Booker's office around 4 o'clock when we got through, and we'd have our samples, and we'd sit there, and Booker'd ask us what was going on, ask us questions about the warehouse, anything out of the ordinary, anything he needed to know about, you know. We didn't want to let him find out from somebody else. Some of my favorite memories with Booker was there in his office, because he was a boss, but he was also your friend. Booker's office was located in the distillery. Of course, it was a little 10 by 10 office was about all it was. Machines running, pumps running. They'd pump the alcohol, they'd pump the stuff around, and all that noise. You couldn't hear the tornado. We knew it was a storm. We saw the rain outside, and it got dark.
Somebody came to the office and said, "We've been hit by a tornado." And I guess they put their drinks down and went and looked and saw that they had ridden out the tornado sitting in my father's office.
Booker said, "Johnny, go get a truck." I went and got a vehicle and came back, and we got over that hill a little ways, and that's when we saw the sides of the warehouse pulled off.
It looked like a kid's toy, like he'd picked it up and dropped it. And then there was other warehouses that were damaged pretty bad.
We got a little bit farther and we saw J warehouse, there was no size, no roof, nothing. There was a pile of 20,000 barrels there, if you can imagine.
Then there was streams of whiskey as big as a 6-inch pipe going down, spreading out there.
Anybody that loved bourbon, that'd make you cry.
We lost a lot of bourbon. They found barrels scattered pretty far away. I guess the tornado picked them up and took them to, distances away.
I don't remember Booker exactly what he said, but I can hear him right now saying, "God damn, look at that, oh my God." I can hear him now. It was just unbelievable that damage had happened while we were sitting in office and didn't even know that it had happened. But I'm gonna say it took 3 or 4 months to get everything secured and all the barrels up off the ground. It was a sight.